Hello, and welcome to episode 119 of the YouTube chess docu-series that is attempting to answer the question that is, can an 80 IQ hillbilly defy all odds by achieving an 1800 ELO ranking on chess.com? First and foremost, I hope you all are having an amazing day, wherever and whenever you watch this. This video is going to be different. The idea of this series was to play one game a day and upload it to this YouTube channel, regardless of however it turned out. Good, bad, ugly, whatever. I don't do any editing, don't do anything like that. I just hit play, start talking, play a game of chess, and hit stop. And then upload it. That's it. Lately I've been finagling with thumbnails and stuff, but video-wise, there is no editing. I went to play this game. The game that I played, I've already played. I played it last night. I am, as you can tell, the Hillbilly studio has changed yet again. I am staying at, I am in between places. I have a lot going on in my personal life, let's just say that. And I have my computer set up in someone's kitchen right now. And so obviously I'm not alone. And there's a few people that reside at this place. And I thought I was going to have 20 or 30 minutes to make a video, and ended up after about 10 minutes I got interrupted several times. And chess is a hard game, especially when you're intellectually where I'm at, number one. And I think it's a hard game for everybody, really. But it's a hard game. And when you're videoing it, you're thinking about, is my head in this box? Am I saying the wrong things? Am I talking enough to make good content? Is my technical stuff right? And then on top of that, you're trying to really hyper-focus on what you're doing with your moves. And then on top of that, if you got other outside distraction of that, it just makes it really, really hard. It's already hard enough. And, you know, like I said, I got a lot of personal things going on in my life, and chess is just an escape for me. I love it. No beer I've ever drank or any kind of drugs I've ever done or anything like that in my life have ever been the escape that chess is. Chess is a wonderful thing for that. And so, you know, being able to make these videos and have this goal right now in my life, it's a big thing. It's a big positive for me. I really, really have enjoyed it. And chess is really kind of like, just like I said, my outlet. You know, I can just get lost in it. You know, I can just get lost in chess. You know, you can get drunk and you're still thinking about whatever you got going on or whatever. Chess, when you're in your chess element, there's nothing else in the world. Somebody could be having a conversation with me. I won't hear anything they're saying. And I know that from experience. So anyway, I don't want to make this some kind of like woe is me pity party at all. This channel is about chess and about whether an intellectually inferior man can obtain a relatively high, objectively good chess ELO ranking. That's what this is about. It's not about my personal life. So I don't want to delve in that too much, but I felt like it was only right to preface this because I really didn't know what to do with this video. Like I said, I recorded the game last night, but I literally hit stop right as the game ended. I didn't do a game review. In the last minute or so, I didn't even play, or 30 seconds or so, I really couldn't even play because there was just so much stuff going on. I was literally interrupted 5 times. And I'm not saying anything bad about I'm not making an excuse for that's why I lost. I lost the game if I haven't said it yet. So I'm not making an excuse for that's why I lost. I'm not saying anything negative about the people who interrupted me. I'm blessed trust me, if you knew my situation, I'm blessed just to have a roof over my head right now and to have internet. So I'm not saying anything bad about anybody or anything or making any excuses. But the video was just crap. Because again, like there were several distractions. There were several times where I just totally got out of the camera. I ended up just not even making moves at the end. And again, I probably would have lost the game anyway. So I'm not even making excuses. I played horrible, absolutely horrible. But again, I might have lost the game anyway. So that being said, what I thought I would do is just go through the game review. I want to put every game on this channel from the time we started. I don't want to skip games. I don't want to be like, oh, that game sucked, because I thought about coming on here and just being like, oh, episode 119, and just kind of bypassing. Oh, you know, I had technical difficulties in episode 119. We're just going to redo this game and not even pay attention to that game, because you can go to my chess.com account and you can see every game on there. I want to play one game a day and upload it here. And so I never wanted to jump. You know, I played a lot of bad games. You, the viewers who have been around for a while, I've played some bad games. It'd have been easy to be like, that's a terrible. Matter of fact, I think I even went through some periods of times where I kind of encouraged you, like, I wouldn't watch this video. I've had some really bad videos. I've had some bad content, and I've had some really, really bad games. And I've uploaded all of them. But I've never like been interrupted, and, you know, had to stop the game and had people running around asking me questions. I've never had that. And it just, and again, it's partially my fault, I guess, for maybe trying to make the video, being so like adamant that I wanted to get the video in when I knew that there was people around, and I should have, even though that they assured me that I had that, you know, a window of opportunity to do it. This is probably still my fault. I probably should have just waited or just not even tried to make the video. But anyway, enough of the pre-game ramble. Actually, I think this would probably be like, what, a post-game ramble. And I just thought I'd show the review just so we can get this game in, just show that this is the game. And then episode 120 we can pick up, you know, after this game, and there won't be any missing links. Again, I don't want anybody to be like, oh, yeah, he just kind of bounces around and, you know, he uploads the games that he won or played good in or something like that. This is definitely going to be the worst video in this series. But within a series, when you have 119 videos or whatever, you're going to have a good video, you're going to have a best video, and you're going to have a worst video. And this is probably going to be the worst one. But I thought, hey, you know, I mean, just to keep the sequence going, to keep the series going, I wanted to just at least get it uploaded and show the game in the game review. So with that being said, the post-game ramble is over. Let me run through this game review with y'all real quick. Hopefully we don't have any. I actually already recorded this once, and then there was some audio difficulties. It didn't even get uploaded. I mean, I'm just having a rough time. 57.4% accuracy, no brilliant moves, 2 great moves, 13 best moves, 4 mistakes, 2 misses. Your boy had 6 blunders and played like a 1,000. And I think that that's pretty accurate. A lot of people say, oh, those game ratings don't mean nothing. I played like a 1,000 player in today's game. 65.8 for opponent, 65.8% accuracy, no brilliant moves, 3 great moves, 16 best moves, 4 mistakes, 6 misses, 1 blunder. He played like 1150. He didn't play very good either. But what do I like to say? He played better than I did. That's for sure. And you're going to see in this game, like I should have won this game. I had him in a pretty bad spot and should have won the game. But shoulda, coulda, woulda, right? Isn't that what they say? Shoulda, coulda, woulda. So let's run through this game review real quick. Like I said, it's going to be a pretty rotten video, so I don't want to take up too much of your time. Just real standard Kali Zukertort stuff. Just getting into my system. We turn on the engine so we can kind of see what's going on here. Yeah, just real standard stuff. Nothing, nothing fancy here. We've seen this 100. We've seen this half the time we've played. This is kind of what we see. This is the ideal setup for me. I absolutely love this setup when an opponent plays like this. And again, I know this. I've been here a ton. I'm ahead. Well, we're about even here, but I feel really good about the situation, and I start making mistakes. If you look at this, what I was thinking during the time of game was this, but he has this pawn on f6 that's preventing me from jumping in and getting my queen up. So all I'm thinking when I make the knight move here is getting my queen here and then trying to put pressure. But then I'm worried about this. Obviously that's going to be a big deal. But if he does do this, then of course that opens up knight g5, and then these mating ideas right here. As a matter of fact, that would probably be mate. I don't know how he would get away from it. So make a mistake with the knight, puts the opponent ahead. But all I'm trying to do is get my queen out, and then he blunders. And I didn't take advantage of it. All I really needed to do was get the queen out, and he's in all kinds of trouble. you know, even if he goes here, let's just say he goes here, you know, because he's got to deal with this mate right here. So really his only move right here, like, I mean, I guess there's this, but that's a blunder. And I also guess that he could have played this. But again, I think that's a blunder too. So I mean, yeah, I mean, he doesn't really have much options. So, you know, he's got to deal with this. This is what the engine would recommend. This is the best move for him. And I just sack the knight. He has to take back here, and then, you know, he's got to get his rook out of there, or it's mate. There's not really anything else that they can do. So I really had him in all kinds of trouble, and I didn't get my queen out here because I was worried about this, and I just didn't calculate it through. Made another silly knight move with the idea of coming here and here, or queen to g4, and then I don't really know how he's going to deal with that. I felt like he was going to have to take here and then take here, and then once again, then we're looking at mate. So I thought I had him in just all kinds of trouble. And he makes a pretty solid move. Engine viewed it as a great move, and made a mistake here again with the knight. Engine wanted knight e3, pressuring here. Instead, I took the knight, and yeah, we're pretty much even when I feel like I should be way ahead. Really felt like I should have been way ahead. Here I actually am at way ahead. I'm 2.16, and yeah, now I'm 3.08. Just really felt like I had him blown out of the water. Really, I was just looking tactically speaking, like how am I going to get him here? B4 was best here. Is what they wanted. B4. And they wanted A5, huh? Anyway, they wanted bishop B4. I ended up finally getting the queen out too late. And during the video when I was making this, I actually saw this play. And I thought about it for a long time. Let's see how far. Yeah, look, it went down to 332. I thought about this move for a minute and a half because obviously I could have took with the knight and he's going to take back and we're going to change. And I'm up to 2 pawns. I'm ahead here, you know. So I end up finding the best move, and then he finds the best move, and then I find the best move. But if you look at the evaluation, I'm 2.89. I'm ahead 2.89. I'm up 2 pawns. So way ahead here, and then blunder. Just as you know, if you followed along, you know, I'm getting crunched for time, and my endgames are atrocious. So just make an absolute terrible move. Knight g4 was best. He has to take, and I'm just way ahead here. I mean, again, 2 points. I'm +3, +3. You know, and then all we're going to do is just focus on promoting this pawn. F5 is what they want. F5, and then we're just going to start, you know, getting the rooks to the main files, and we're just going to promote. It should have just been a super simple game, and instead I make it difficult by playing some retarded move like this and give up my my knight. I mean, just a really bad move. Really bad move. And I think around this time I started to get distracted. I also started feeling time pressure. And again, I'm not making any excuses about anything. You know, I'm blessed to have a place to stay right now. You know, I might have made those mistakes whether it was pitch quiet and I felt sharp as a tack. I might have still made those mistakes. You know, chess is a tough game, but I definitely, you know, I played like 1,000 players. It speaks for itself. He's got me trapped in right here. If you wonder why I'm taking this, I mean, this is mate. I can't even get out. You know, he's got me trapped. I can't even get out with this bishop here, and you know, it's just, yeah, it's just pretty much game over. You know, and you know, I don't even know why I would make a move like that. Horrible move. And then I got to get the queen up, and it's, you know, I take the pawn, but then it's, you know, I make, again, and if you look right here, I'm 3.4. I'm 3.5. I am 3.5 right here. And again, I blunder. End games are atrocious for me. Now, granted, I got 40 seconds here. They want a BD7. B, bishop D7. Hold on. Yeah, BD7 was best. Right here was the best move. Rook G8. Queen H2 was a great move. I wouldn't have found that move. We know I ain't finding no great moves in the end game. But yeah, and what do I do instead? I take here and then I just enable him to, I just blunder away the game. You know, enable him to win everything. And again, at this time, I'm down to 35 seconds. There's a lot of stuff going on in the background. Another blunder. Even to right here, like I mean, the game's even. You know, it's an even game. And yeah, King H2 was best. Would have been best. Because if they do this, I can obviously take, and I got everything covered up. Just a really, really bad game. Blunder here, great move there, and this is it. And in here, I just let it expire on time. I don't think I made another move. So yeah, that's what it is. I wanted to put the game out there. Played horrible. You know, it's Saturday. It's Sunday, and you won't be able to. I hope to maybe get this uploaded on Sunday. I hope you all having a good day. I hope God is good for you in your life, and I hope that you have an amazing day. And we'll try to get back on track with episode 120 tomorrow, and just get back. Again, I didn't want to put out some kind of somber, and I don't want a bunch of. I'm just telling you, like I didn't want to come on and lie and be like, oh, episode 19 didn't work out well. I lost, but we're not going to upload it. I figured I'd do the game review. We're going to do every game on here. And this game isn't going to define whether we hit 1800 or not. So rough game, rough situation. You know, life sometimes is like the game of chess. Sometimes you breeze through it and you get quick wins, and sometimes, man, you take some hard L's. And right now I'm taking a hard L, but we're going to persevere. We're going to persevere. Y'all have an amazing day. God bless.